Social interaction is a big part of the internet. From texting and tweeting to Facebook to chat rooms to virtual worlds and others, a lot of people are spending time socially on the internet. Many relationships today have begun that way. Join me in this virtual world and see what life is like when you're living virtually. Like all things in life, you can never foretell the outcome of a situation. I'm going to illustrate that with two stories that took place while I was working as events director in a virtual world. Both are true. I've changed the names and locations to protect people's privacy. To make it easy for you, the viewer, I've used audio whenever possible. In chat mode, there are two options, public and private. When using private mode, only those connected in that chat box can see what is being said. The things that happen in online social places are funny and sad, sometimes beautiful, and always interesting. The first reenactment is about two ladies who met here and what came about as a result of their meeting. Hi, Vicky. Want to go to work? Are you working today? Thanks. Enjoy your day. We have a trivia game show tonight in the theater. No, Scott is. I know, you usually win. Great, I'll check it out. Let me know when. Have a nice day, Vicky. As you can see, online romance covers all the bases, straight to gay and others. Life on the internet can often be confusing, especially for those who are new to it. A good rule of thumb in virtual life as well as real life is take nothing at face value. You just saw a romance in a virtual world. Here's a look at the real world.
Hi, I just moved into the area and I'm looking for a bike shop to service my bike.
We can do that. We can do that. What kind of bike do you have?
I have a 92 Softail Custom.
Okay. What are you looking to have done to it?
I think it probably needs about everything.
Okay, full service?
Yeah, what do you do with a full service?
With full service, we'll change all the fluids, change the oil, transmission, primary. We check your air filter, check your charging systems. We go through the tires. It is a full service.
Good deal. All right, sounds good.
Okay. When can you bring it in?
How about next Saturday?
Saturday's good. How about 11?
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. 11 works for me Saturday.
Okay, and I'll take this while I'm here.
Okay.
How much is it?
Large it is. $24.95.
Okay. Fluster. And 20 and 30.
Okay. Change here. All right. There you go.
You okay? You look
Yeah,
a
I'm
little
fine.
funny.
I'm fine, thanks. I'm fine.
Okay.
No worries. Saturday at 11.
Okay, great.
All right.
All right, thank you.
As I said, things can be confusing. Take nothing at face value. In this instance, these two gentlemen were members of a virtual world. The ladies in that virtual world had to put up with men trying to pick them up all the time and often being rude about it. They came up with the idea of saying they were gay to keep the guys they didn't like away. The guys caught on and came in as gay women in order to get the girls. The inevitable happened. Each thought the other was a real woman. Wanda came back as Brian and told me what happened. Vicky spent some time pining over Wanda, then moved on to another lady. Brian came back only a few more times, then disappeared. That was a relatively harmless situation that crops up a lot more than participants realize. But there are many other things that happened that made it all worthwhile. While working as events director, I started a Justice of the Peace office and performed non-legal, non-binding weddings. Two people could meet in the virtual world, fall in love, and have a wedding done. For their time together in the virtual world, they did take it serious. Now this may sound a little odd to you, but keep in mind the enormous number of relationships that are beginning online today. I performed the ceremony in a virtual chapel, and the couple would join me on a live broadcast. We did it very much like any ceremony in the real world. I was always taken by the fact that almost all the men choked up in tears when they recited their vows. It was something I never expected and was caught off guard the first time it happened. A lot of people think this way of meeting people is odd, but here is a story that shows just one of the many reasons it can be a blessing.
Hi, Winnie. Hi, Dan. Can I ask you something?
Sure.
I want to ask Marie to marry me. Would you do the wedding?
Of course, I'd love to.
I'm a little nervous about asking her, though.
Why is that? You seem so happy together.
Well, Dan knows.
You haven't told her.
No.
Told her what?
I'm sorry, Winnie. Dan's the only one who knows, and I guess I'd just like to keep it that way for now. So, Dan, do you think she'll be okay with it?
I can't say anything for certain, but if I were you, I'd tell her. I do think she'll be understanding. She has mentioned to me how much she loves you.
Yeah, but what if she dumps me?
Tell her. Trust me, it's the right thing to do.
Okay, well, she's here now, and I'm going to go ask her. Thanks, Dan.
What was that all about?
You'll see.
How is it you know so much about everyone in here?
People like to vent, to talk about things. They know I'm good at keeping secrets.
Father Confessor?
No, I just listen.
Sorry.
There's something you should know about me.
Okay, well, whatever it is, just tell me.
I'm just having a hard time saying it.
Sweetheart, you know I love you. You can tell me anything. Are you dumping me?
No, nothing like that, no.
Then what is it?
Well, it's two things. First,
I think we have another wedding to do.
Oh, I hope so. Those two are very sweet.
she said yes.
Of course I said yes. He told me everything.
Congratulations.
I am so happy for you both.
Can you marry us next Sunday?
Winnie, do me a favor. Check next Sunday. See if it's open.
1 sec, I'll look. Yes, it is. You two have a lot to do to get ready. Will you be doing this live voice?
Yes, we've spoken on the phone before.
Well, you better get started writing your vows.
I'm really happy for you both.
Thanks, Dan. I'll get with you to go over the details later in the week. Come on, Marie, honey. We better get started.
He's so cute.
You gonna tell me what that big secret was?
I think we'll leave that to them. I've done a lot of weddings here, and they have always been my favorite part of all the things I do. Today we have two people who came to this world with no expectations. They stepped onto our virtual streets and each made a lot of friends. Then they met each other, and it wasn't long before something changed in them. I watch people come here who start off quiet, standing off by themselves. You look at their profiles and you know the ones who are using real pics. The faces in the photos look anything but happy. After a while they change them and you see a smiling face in the picture. Marie and Cliff were both like that. They found each other, and in each other they found happiness. They are both very special people, and it is an honor for me to marry them. Cliff, would you please recite your vows?
Marie, you've given me so much. You've given me your love, and you've given me life when I was ready to give up on it. Meeting you and getting to know you was a miracle. You're the best thing that ever happened to me, and now you're the best part of me. I wish I were better with words, but I don't think words exist to really tell you how much I love you. You've made me the happiest man on earth. Thank you.
Marie, would you recite your vows, please?
Cliff, until I met you, I was existing day to day. I never really thought about the future. Never wanted to think about it. I was so lonely, and you filled my life with so much joy. I began looking forward to each day for the first time in a long while. I love you so much, and you're all I think of. I will do everything I can to make you happy. Thank you for our love. I will cherish it forever.
Now that you've spoken your vows, I will ask you, Cliff, do you promise to love and honor Marie, to always be there for her in times of joy and times of sadness? Do you promise to be faithful and caring in all her needs?
I do.
Marie, now that you've spoken your vows, I will ask you, do you promise to love and honor Cliff, to always be there for him in times of joy and times of sadness? Do you promise to be faithful and caring in all his needs?
I do.
Then by the authority vested in me by those I marry, I now pronounce you husband and wife.
I love you.
I love you too.
They're both bedridden for life?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes, it is. Kind of makes it all worthwhile, doesn't it? Let's head over to the reception. Two people are bedridden for life. One from a birth defect, another from an auto accident. They met in this virtual world and found a reason to be happy. I spoke with them both often, and they told me that they had just about given up on life. After meeting each other, and especially after finding out each other's real-life stories, they look forward to every new day. Geographically, they live too far apart to ever unite because of both medical and financial reasons. Yet they still found a happiness neither expected to find. It's not all a game, and not all a fantasy. Behind every avatar, every chat room name, every social application is a real person. The Internet social areas are the great leveler. People who are lonely or shy or socially inactive in the real world for whatever reason enter these places, and perhaps for the first time they are told they're beautiful or handsome and their opinions matter. Others greet them and they are made to feel welcome. It's the first time in history that the old saying, "It's what's on the inside that matters," really is true. If a person is beautiful inside, then they are perceived to be beautiful outside as well. And if a person is not very attractive inside, that will show through. At the end of the day, whether we spend it in a real-life club or a virtual one, at its foundation the situation is the same. We are looking to meet and connect with people, and social applications on the internet are becoming more and more a common way to do that. Is it a good thing or bad? You'll hear a lot of arguments for both points of view. Are there dangers involved with online dating? Yes, as much as there are in real life, maybe more. Always use caution, and always meet first in a public place. If you haven't tried it, then visit some of these online social centers and see what it's like to be living virtually.